I cannot think of any other reason than to scare the bejesus out of anybody who is illegal in the United States right now. This right here is designed to make somebody want to self-deport. Not wait on ICE to come get you. Deport yourself. And this is also designed to make those on the outside of America trying to make it into the United States of America to change their minds. Flights carrying undocumented immigrants to Guantanamo Bay have officially began. We're talking about today, February 4th, 2025. Donald Trump is not playing. I think we are in the phase of you're gonna get everything you voted for. Oh shit. Pardon my language. According to the Miami Herald today, the Trump administration started sending migrants to the U.S. naval base in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, or in Guantanamo, Cuba, on Tuesday. That's today, February 4th. And this is a part of the crackdown on undocumented immigration in the United States of America, White House spokesperson has said. I can confirm the first flight from the United States of America to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, with illegal immigrants are now underway. It's happening. This is not a talk. Oh, I think we should send some of these people to Guantanamo Bay. This is past the talk stage. This is send them. We are ready to house them in Guantanamo Bay. Now, if you know the history of Guantanamo Bay, especially after 9/11, this is some scary shit for a lot of people. If you are a person and your status is good in the United States of America, but you have family members that you really care about who might be illegal in the United States of America, you should be super worried for them right now. This is definitely a hostile environment for any illegal immigrant. And guess what? Donald Trump said this is what he was going to do leading up to the elections, throughout the elections, and leading up to him becoming president again. And this is exactly what he is doing. This is called standing on what I said. It is official. The flight has taken off, says White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt, or Leavitt, Leavitt, Leavitt or Leavitt. This is the new spokeswoman for the White House, right? She said in an interview with Fox News this morning, Donald Trump is not messing around. This is not a game, and he's no longer going to allow America to be a dumping ground for illegal criminals from other nations all over the world. He is not playing around. Listen, if you see Guantanamo Bay, honestly, shout out to my Jamaicans. Being a Jamaican myself, of immigrant seed living in the United States of America, listen, if the choice for me was to self-deport or to stay here and take my chances, I definitely think at this point I'll be looking to go home. Yeah, I'll be looking to go back to my country. I don't want to end up in Guantanamo Bay. And then you end up in Guantanamo Bay, you don't know how long you're going to be there for. They could have you there forever. Like I said, the last piece of history about Guantanamo Bay, to where it was, there was a lot of protest about what happened there when all the secrets were starting to be revealed. A lot of waterboarding, a lot of torture, a lot of... I'm not trying to head over to Guantanamo Bay. Send me back. Send me back, or let me send myself back. The flight to Guantanamo Bay comes as the federal government seeks to ramp up its mass deportation plans, just like Donald Trump promised. He said, This will be the largest mass deportation operation the United States of America has ever seen, and he is making good on that promise. Since President Trump took office, the White House has announced agreements to resume direct deportation flights to Venezuela and to send undocumented immigrants from any country, and perhaps Americans even, with a criminal conviction to El Salvador. We're going to talk to you about the El Salvador piece on another video because there is just so much to take in right there. Let's just stick to Guantanamo Bay for now. Okay? El Salvador, we're talking about the largest maximum security prison in this hemisphere. Now, let's get back to Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo already houses a migrant processing facility where Cubans, Haitians, and others apprehended at sea are currently awaiting the outcome of their asylum case or to be resettled in a third country. The State Department has been in charge of running the center, with assistance from the Department of Homeland Security and the Pentagon. So this is like, I don't know if this is a measure to cut back cost as well. Like it's costing too much to house these people in the United States of America. So throw them over on the island of Guantanamo Bay. And not only that, this will definitely be a deterrent. I saw a video yesterday of a woman sending herself back to, I believe she was from Nigeria, and she was in the United States of America illegally. And as she was walking through the airport to catch that flight back to Nigeria, she said, I would rather go back to Nigeria than to be sent to Guantanamo Bay. I laughed at it because I thought, nobody is sending anybody to Guantanamo Bay. It's not going to happen. Trump is just saying that to scare people. Well, that was yesterday. And 24 hours later, the first flight with deportees, immigrants, undocumented, takes off from the United States of America heading to Guantanamo Bay, just like he said. Last week, Donald Trump signed a memorandum ordering the Homeland Security and the Defense Departments to increase the capacity of Guantanamo's migrant facility so it can process and detain up to 30,000 people at a time. Damn. Experts note that such a gargantuan operational expansion will present logistical and personnel challenges. The facility has only held a handful of immigrants in recent years. So right away you're thinking there's going to be a massive overcrowding. Right away you're thinking nobody is going to be around to see them, to be able to monitor the conditions in which they will be living in over at Guantanamo Bay, how they are being treated. I mean, somebody is going to have to be keeping law and order where you have thousands of people gathered. That's like a small city. During the weekend, through Monday, the Pentagon deployed some troops to the base to support the illegal alien holding operations, as what it's called. At Donald Trump's request, of course. The U.S. Southern Command, which is based in Doral, said. Now, with the arrival of the first set of troops, the Southern Command said that there were approximately 300 service members who are currently involved in this operation. This sounds like a pretty big operation to me. Around 50,000 migrants were housed at this same base during parallel migration waves of Cuban and Haitians back in the mid-1990s. And the U.S. Southern Command regularly carries out exercises to prepare for a surge of migrants intercepted at sea, but flying migrants out of the U.S. to the station in Cuba at Guantanamo, that sets up a whole different scenario. These aren't people that they caught at sea, that they diverted over. These are people they're catching in the U.S., getting them on a plane and taking them over to Guantanamo to be processed and detained. The migrant processing facility in Guantanamo has come under fire in recent years on claims of civil and human rights violations. That is to be expected. The International Refugee Assistance Project, a legal aid and advocacy group that's based in New York City, said in a report last fall that the Guantanamo facility for migrants had inadequate health care and that people were kept there in prison-like conditions. Over 100 organizations have asked the federal government to please stop detaining asylum seekers that were found at sea at the center in October. Over 100 organizations. Trump don't care about all that. The State Department under the Biden administration vehemently denied the report's findings to the Miami Herald and to other news media outlets. Basically, the Biden administration said, that's a lie. We don't know anything like that that's happening. They're talking about inadequate health care, violation of human rights, abuse, etc. We know of no such thing. Well, here we are. Hannah Flam, the acting director of policy at the International Refugee Assistance Project, told news media houses, including the Miami Herald, in a statement on Tuesday that it flat out opposes the unprecedented decision to detain at Guantanamo Bay non-citizens that are taken into custody in the United States of America. She said that these flights, they set a stage for egregious rights violations, indefinite detention, and crushing family separation, said Flam. Now listen, just like I said before, right? If you're illegal and you're detained, say, in the United States of America, your family knows that you're there. You're there. Your family could set up and organize to come visit you, while you're fighting for your, trying to get your case. Say you filed for asylum, you're trying to get your case heard before a judge. They have you in detainment, and your family is able to come visit you. You're able to get a phone call. You can talk to your family. But when they take you to Guantanamo Bay, your family cannot visit you. You'll just be in Guantanamo Bay. And like she said, these flights to Guantanamo Bay, they set a stage for where human rights violations are rife. Indefinite detention, meaning you can be there lost in the system for years upon years. Not to mention, you're being held in prison-like conditions. We've seen the pictures. It definitely looks like prison. And then, of course, the crushing family separations. The United States has a deplorable history of detaining different groups of people unlawfully at Guantanamo Bay to avoid oversight and to take the bad treatment to them out of the public eye. And this latest chapter is no exception. The Cuban government, which argues that the U.S. base is illegal, has blasted the plan to send migrants to Guantanamo in a statement, calling it a demonstration of the brutality and hostility towards countries of origin. Now, that's the latest news so far. And we're going to stay tuned, so you stay tuned to us as we stay tuned to the stories, and we'll bring you the latest. Like I said in the beginning of this video, this right here is designed to be a deterrent. This right here is designed for people who are on the outside of the United States of America, making their way here or thinking about getting here and entering illegally. This should serve as a deterrent, saying, damn, I don't want to end up at Guantanamo Bay. I'm not willing to take those chances. I'm going to go somewhere else, or I'm going back home. And it serves as a deterrent for those who are here, who are telling themselves, I know I'm undocumented, but I'm going to go hide out somewhere until Donald Trump's time in office is over. But what if ICE catches you? You're going to Guantanamo Bay. And of course, for the family members who are legally here, but are concerned about their family members who aren't, their relatives who aren't, worry, worry, worry. Leave your comments in the comment section below. This is just the update, just to let you know that according to the White House, it is official. February 4th, 2025, the first flight carrying undocumented immigrants from the United States of America to Guantanamo Bay has taken off. I'll meet you in the comment section, and I'll catch you on the next video. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. This is going to be a very interesting 4 years. I'm out. Peace.